Sometimes you get frustrated, sometimes you're in jubilation. It's a daily thing, no? Talagang hindi siya pare-pareho everyday. Hindi naman ako mawawalan ng loob pagka wala na ako sa gobyerno. It's just that I look for another purpose in life.
So, you're in the final stretch of the campaign. How are you feeling so far?
Ay, okay naman. Awa ng Diyos. Life must go on. We keep on pounding and reaching as many kilometers as possible. More eyeballs, more people, warm bodies, distinct from another in a different geography. Yun ang talagang approach namin. It's more on...
Hindi, pero ikaw, kamusta ka?
Well,
Personally?
sometimes you get frustrated, sometimes you're in jubilation. It's a daily thing, no? Talagang hindi siya pare-pareho everyday.
So, 90-day campaign, because I just want to get personal and get to know you better. During this 90-day campaign, ano yung mga highlights? Ano yung happiest moment mo? Ano yung hindi happiest moment mo?
Well, yung hindi happiest moment is the weather. Sometimes it's so hot, it's terribly hot that because of what we're doing, or the approach or the campaign that we're doing, we are exposed to weather condition. And sometimes it's extreme. No? Yun talagang parang ka nahihilo, natutumba. Tapos, ang nakakatuwa lang sa kabilang banda, whether umuulan or kasagsagan ng araw, people are going out of their houses when we're in their area. So, yun yung happy moment. The sad moment is the physical challenge of going around. Kasi talagang pagkagabi, hindi mo na ako mapapakinabangan. O sort of saying, ano na lang ako, masandal tulog. we need to catch up with, kasi pag 3-4 hours sleep. Tapos, ano pa kami, hoppings. So, yun yung mga malulungkot na portion. So, you don't see your kids. You don't see your family most of the time. Parang cabinet na lang yung bahay. You go, then repeal yung maliit na maleta kasi 2 days ka rito, 3 days ka doon.
Yung kampanya, hindi ka naman bago dito, obviously, no? But what's so different about this presidential campaign? Anong kinaiba?
Geography. That's the biggest challenge because we are an archipelagic country. Tapos, siyempre, yung kostumbre, ng particular na geografiya, yung mga tao doon, no? Binabagayan mo yun. Tapos, ang pinakamagandang, siguro, pinakamagandang take ko is that because I'm going straight to the people and their area, I've been learning a lot of things. And I'm gonna share you at least 2 things. Can you imagine at this time, at 2022, there are areas in the country, most areas in the country that walang kuryente, hinihika ang kuryente, hinihinga lang internet, walang access to potable water. Pag titingnan mo siya, parang napaka-petty naman sa part natin sa Metro Manila because we are enjoying it. I thought we're doing good economically, the way it was being projected to us by the numbers. But in reality, even your crew, you can ask them, they're there with me. And there was an incident nga, nagkakampanya kami. City pa yun, biglang nag-run out. Kala namin pinatayan kami ng kuryente. But when I asked the people around, sabi niya, yes sir, it's been ongoing for so many years. Then, sabi ko, baka naman galit lang to sa mga local official doon. So, about 2,000 people, I asked them, nung nag-resume yung kuryente. And I said, totoo bang may problema kayo sa kuryente? And overwhelmingly, they said yes. And it is a city. So, these are the things, na mga take ko, mga lesson learned na, but in reality talaga, maraming naiwanan. Yan. To cut the long story short, maraming naiwanan ng progreso. This is not about infrastructure alone. This is about basic facilities.
Yung pagtakbo mo bilang presidente, what I want to know is, what changed sa'yo?
Naku, Diyos ko, mas malupit pala ang politika ng ng nasyonal. Maraming mga enterprising individual. And you'll see it. I mean, siguro meron din sa Manila or sa experience ko, pero very, very minimal. Dito, huwag kang magkamali. Talagang may mga iilang individual na they're joining you is simply because of their personal interest, not your interest. So if they're not comfortable on what they're going to achieve or get in the near future, o yung isang mamimiling kandidato o namimili ng mga leaders, bibili nyo because some of them are for sale. So those are the things that is still existing in other areas or some organizations.
And you didn't know that prior to running for the presidency?
No, I thought, because I have experienced a very straightforward, decent campaign. When we say decent campaign is you're just doing what you should be doing under existing rules, existing laws. That is allowable on a maximum level. So you can maximize the expenditures, you can maximize opportunity to do things yung within the metes and bounds of the law.
Ano yung biggest frustration mo into this campaign?
Wala ako masyadong frustration. Kasi nga, alam ko naman yung pinasok ko from the beginning that maliit na partido kami, hindi kami katulad nung malalaking pamilya or warring parties. No? Magkaaway na pula at dilaw. But from the beginning, nauunawa ko na. In fact, yun nga ang message ko sa tao. If you want peace of mind, na matigil na yung 35 years na awayan ng pula at dilaw, because we're still in a crisis. Economically, psychologically, emotionally, physically, we are being challenged with this pandemic. And, the opportunity to grow. With all other things that we are going to face, I think, you don't deserve to have a presidency na puro bawian, gantihan, kami naman. So sa akin, actually, if you want peace of mind, I'm available. Yung dalawa na yan, yung pula at dilaw, hindi ko naman sila kaaway. Kakompetensya ko sila. We are competing against each other. But yung kanila kasi, masyadong bloody. That they hurt each other in the past. Kaya ako, from the beginning, wala akong frustration.
Sino yung kakampi mo that was a biggest surprise for you?
Biggest surprise positively? Oh, si
Yung
Ralph
kumampi
Recto.
sa'yo. Tapos,
Talaga may yagbol si Ralph. Maraming katulad ni Ralph Recto. Tahimik lang. Kasi nga, napakarabid ng ibang supporters ng ibang kandidato, wherein if they cannot go to you directly to convince you, they'll go to your family for your family to convince you. Ganun karabid.
so I've interviewed you a number of times and you always said that you shield your family from politics, di ba? Pero lately, andyan na yung asawa mo, andyan na yung anak mo si Joaquin. Ano ba yung extent ng, bakit ngayon sumasama na sila?
Siguro I've never asked them. You can ask my wife and my kids. I never asked them to do. Except yung Luneta event, na kung saan, sabi ko, I have to show you.
Why?
Because there is a family behind the candidate. And we're talking about ordinaryong pamilyang Pilipino. So this is us. I really don't require them. That's on their own. Gumagawa sila.
Pero kung pamilya yung simbolo na gusto mong ipakita, hindi ba, wouldn't it have been wiser to have had them campaign with you early on?
Hindi, gusto ko lang, actually, hindi siya simbolo ng kampanya. I just want you to know that there is a family behind the candidate. Kumbaga, hindi ito binatilyo na, ano tayo, happy-go-lucky guy o batang kandidato. And I think I owe it also to you. At some point, I can only shield them so much.
Okay.
But at some point, I need, and I think it's my obligation for you to know. Parang ganon. So, it's a kusa. Kinusa ko yun. Kung pala rin ako, may awa ang Diyos, edi at least alam nila, kilala nila kung sino. At yun lang yun.
Could you give me an instance that during the campaign that pagod na pagod ka na? Sabi mo nga, 3 to 4 hours lang tulog mo. Do you remember a specific time na you were so tired, number one, and number two, anong ginawa mo to recharge? I mean, did you even think, is this all worth it?
Actually, it's all worth it fighting for you. With all honesty. Yeah. I don't want to sound like anong tawag yan, magpapakabayani or something. I think it's worth it. Especially when you saw that you can do things differently and fast. Because I don't think makapaghihintay pa yung tao sa ibang lugar ng another 10 years, another 20 years of stagnation. I don't think so. Kaya ako, tuloy-tuloy lang. Pero pag
yung instance na pagod na pagod ka.
Pagod na pagod ako. Siyempre, nag-hoppings kami. No? I don't like flying. Ayun, nag-agitate ang pagod. Takot ako sa height But I do use chopper. I need to. That's the only way to go in the far-flung areas with the speed of time.
Okay.
So, yun yung parang, so gagawin ko na lang sa gabi, log 2 na lang ako kung saan na ako abutin. Doon ako natutulog. Kaya ang ginawa namin lately, 2-3 days tayo rito. Para hindi na yung balik-balik. So, tutulog lang kapag pagod.
Sa lahat ng taong nakapaligid sa'yo, who do you look up to in terms of a person that you can learn from? Sa mga nakapaligid sa'yo, sino yon?
Tatay at nanay ko. I mean, they're gone. But I always reminded of their perseverance. Hindi nga nila ako sinukuan. They could have easily thrown me in the streets. But my mother, sobrang disiplinarya ng nanay ko. Kinukulata ako ng nanay ko noong araw. And my father will not stay in our house para humilata. Pupunta sa Pieria. So, talagang makikita mo yung actuation na they really wanted to survive.
Okay.
So, yun tingin ko, it always remind me of those things.
Ano ba talaga nag-trigger sa'yo na tumakbong presidente? Because to some, if you stayed on as Manila Mayor, you could have been a sure win already. But aren't you anti-Marcos? Before I go to the surveys, marami kasing nagsasabi, sayang si Isko. Kasi kung tinan mo yung survey, number 3 siya, ang malabong manalo. Siguro yung tanong lang is this, ano ba talaga nag-trigger sa'yo na tumakbong presidente? Because to some, if you stayed on as Manila Mayor, you could have been a sure win already. Siguradong mananalo ka. Yun ang tingin ng ilan.
Katulad ng natanong mo kanina, no? At least ngayon, masasabi ko sa iyo, I had a very good decision in running. Tama pala na tumakbo ako ng pagka-presidente. Unang nakikita ko, para bang yung assessment ko, hindi makakamove on ang bansa natin sa mga bagay na dapat natin ginagawa para sa kabutihan ng tao at ng bansa. Kung ang mangingibabaw sa atin, puro higantihan na lang. At nakita ko na ang plano ng dilaw at yellow pink is labanan si Marcos na pula. At Marcos naman gustong maka-rebound. things. And pagpapasensya mo ko to say it directly, hindi ako naniniwala na hindi sila mag-iigantihan. Either of them. Whether Marcos will win, hindi yan matatahimik sa mga dilaw. The same thing with dilaw, they'll go after in the past. So, hindi ka kasama sa usapan. Hindi kasama yung mga manonood mo sa usapan. It's always about them. It's always about them. And true enough, kaya ako nasabi sa iyo a few minutes ago na mas tama pala yung desisyon kong lumaban because yung kinukwento ko sa iyo kanina na ultimo kuryente, potable water, access to basic healthcare is being, parang it's happening and a good sum of people in our country is being deprived of such opportunity or such minimum requirements para sila magkaroon ng growth or ease in their lives.
But tell me the truth. When you look at surveys, and you're number 3, yung huli nag--2 ka ba? It's still part of the marginal error, ano? So it's really insignificant. But you place number 3 at 8%. Leni Robredo is 24%. Bongbong Marcos is 56%. Sa totoo lang, nakakapanghina ba ng loob? Nakaka-frustrate ba? Nagtatanong ka ba sa sarili mo, what am I doing that maybe is not resonating to the people?
Hindi naman. I think, saan bang news yun? Even Pulse Asia, trying to question the result. Parang hindi na totoo. That's one. Two, there must be, I think, baka may totoo doon sa data, but when we go around, it's different in the field. Kaya nga noong minsan in-interview ko ng mga media, yung nasabi ko, I think yung lente ninyo ng inyong camera doesn't lie. Because it's quite different. So, baka mamaya, baka lang naman. Baka naman meron din mga grupo na pinaglalaroan lang yung damdamin natin. Because part of strategy, especially ng mga political elite, is to demoralize you and demoralize your followers. Just to project and create an impression, marami kami. Magdo-drone shot, marami kami. Paglipat sa isang probinsya, marami kami. But these are the same people we know for a fact, and it cannot be denied. And in fact, maybe some of your viewers went to Cavite. At the same time, they went to Pasig. At the same time, they went to another place. So they are the same people who's going around just to show marami sila.
Who are you referring to?
I mean,
Which
the
candidate?
Pinglawans.
Okay.
Literally.
So
the Reds are also doing it. We saw so many videos that they're paying people. At naka-truck. Naka-bus. Okay, that's in the past. My recent past was I'm tailing number 3 in all surveys in the 2019 election. ERAP is leading, Lim is second, sumalangit na ang kaluluwa. I'm third. Paglabas mo ng opisinang ito, you'll see a wall, the certificate of both cast, 51% ang nakuha ko. And this is like, the surveys made at the time was a week before election. But I won overwhelmingly at 51%. Now, let's do some simple analytics or analyzing these things. Baka lang, I don't know with our viewers, there is what you call silent majority because the politics in our country for the past 2 elections is so polarized that when you are being tagged to another candidate, you are called another name. Pag dito ka naman sinasabi, bobo ka. Di ba? Yung masakit magsalita. And people get offended and hurt. And they don't want to be hurt. Especially after 2 years in pandemic, they are psychologically, emotionally challenged. Most of those people who suffered loss, and meron pa silang ginagawa. ay, pagka hindi ka pink, bumili sa iyo yung red, hindi na kami bibili sa iyo. Cancel culture. So
And what are
rabid.
you saying? Wala sa'yo yun.
Kasi wala akong kaaway. I mean, bulat-latin natin lahat ng bitukan natin. Wala akong kaaway. I can work with anyone. I can work with anybody. And to show proof of that is, you can see it in City Hall that most of the department heads ay hindi ako binoto. Mga bata ng kalaban ko sa politika. Kakumpetensya ko sa politika. So, kaya sa akin, kahit sa mga entablado, kahit sa mga, sabi ko, huwag kayong makikipag-away sa Facebook. Kaya sabi ko talaga yun. Kasi I don't want to stress the people.
Here's my question. Do you think that's working? Do you think that this so-called silent majority, do you think that this narrative na pula ang kalaban, dilaw at pink, which is really pink right now, do you think that's working and I'm the alternative here?
Oh, what is working is yung chismis ng away. That is working right now. Yun yung kaya, I think, at the very least, my obligation, being a candidate at the same time as citizen of this country, is to remind you na there is a smoke screen in front of you. That's why you cannot see the full view of our future. No? Na ang nangingibabaw ngayon, Marcos de Yellow.
Why
Wala.
can't you say her name? Marcos Robredo.
I don't know, kasi marami sila rin. Hindi ko kasi malaman, may dilaw doon, may pink doon eh. Kaya nga ako nagtataka, ba't nag-pink eh? Eh siya naman yung chairman ng dilaw. So, it confuses me also within their group. I think they confuse each other. No? But what is important is that this is a fight wherein being projected to us as the red and the narrative of the yellow, that we are anti-Marcos. The narrative of yellow is anybody but Marcos. The narrative of yellow and the only goal of yellows is anti-Marcos. At the same time, Marcos, they want to revive or yung rebuild yung kanilang reputasyon. Bagay lamang, karapatan niya yun. Karapatan ng mga Marcos yun bilang tao, na buhayin muli ang kanilang dignidad, and so on and so forth. But, just think deeply. Magnilay-nilay ka. So, it's very clear na yung away na ito, it's a personal thing. It has nothing to do with your work, with your company, with your life, with your children's future. It has nothing to do with what we are facing. It's about them. So that's why I lagi ko sinasabi sa tao, huwag kayong makikipag-away. Kasi pag hindi ka nakipag-away, hindi ka sasakay doon sa gusto nilang usapin na tayo dilaw, kalaban natin pula.
But aren't you anti-Marcos?
Well, I'm not anti-Marcos as
You're
in
not.
like I hate them. I don't like what they did on some aspect. I like what they did on some aspect. There are things na hindi pwedeng i-duplicate, which is abuse of power, at saka yung kabubusugan. Kasi may paghinto ang lahat. You cannot perpetuate yourselves in power. That's not democracy.
People might think you are anti-Marcos because it is your group that brought up the estate tax issue.
No, yes, I personally brought that up. Not my group. Oh, para fair
I
tayo.
meant Ernest
Yeah.
first wrote the BIR also
Yes.
after mo sinabi yun.
Yes,
Okay. So,
yes.
hindi yun anti-Marcos.
Why? Pag ikaw ba'y nagsasabi ng totoo, antay ka na sa tao. So, ang point ko, you, Pinky, and the rest of the crew here, at a certain point of the day, in a month, you'll get your salary. At doon, binabawas na yung buwis mo. Na hindi mo alam kung binibigay ng CNN sa BIR or yung nagagamit ba ng gobyerno sa tamang. Wala kang pakialam at all. You don't know anything. But your tax is being withheld.
Automatically.
Automatically. Now, raising that up is that, in fact, I'll go straight to those who are watching. Maybe some of you, nung pandemic, nagkabiglaan, namatay ang inyong mga magulang, may iniwang mana, may iniwang pera sa bangko. Ito na, literal. May iniwang pera sa bangko. You cannot even withdraw it until the government got or makuha yung dapat na para sa Estado. So, it's not about anti-Marcos.
Not.
It's about a fact. How can you take the lead? How can you say that I'm going to bring unity and both of you creates disunity by not fulfilling your simple obligation?
That's the word you use. I just want to do a last question on this. Again, in the past survey, in the last survey number 3, kaya this was a controversy already in the past, which you have answered, but I need to ask you this now. How are campaign funds for you now? And let me follow that up with, if you have excess funds, what will you do now with that?
At this time, feeling ko walang excess fund. Ay, mukha. Ayokong, we're doing good with the campaign funds so far.
No.
At par on what is being required by the commission. Hindi na yung katulad yung binibili 800 million, binibili yung ganito, bibigyan ng posisyon, whatever reason. We are okay. But if and there is no law, at may sumobra, babayad ako ng buwis.
Like what you did the last
Of
time?
course.
All right.
Kasi that is my obligation as a citizen. Yeah? The sauce for the gander is the sauce for the goose.
If Isko wins as president, ilarawan mo lang sa amin what your 100 days will look like. Marami ho kayong pinagmamalaki sa Maynila. Pumili lang po kayo ng isa that you're most proud of here na nagawa niyo bilang mayor. If Isko wins as president, ilarawan mo lang sa amin what your 100 days will look like.
Oh, siyempre, we'll fill up bureaucracy immediately. We put people in their respective field of undertaking who can excel and based on meritocracy, as I've been doing in the past. My appointment will be colorblind. Because, again, sabi ko kasi, hindi ko kaaway ang pula, hindi ko kaaway ang dilaw. In fact, may inaay na akong 2 tao sa dilaw, meron din akong 2 taong inaay sa pula.
Which I want to ask you already. I know that a lot of you, we asked this during the debate, but at least give me 3 people that you can name in your cabinet right now, because it's impossible that you don't even have people in mind.
I have
Doc
people
Willie
in
Ong
mind.
is one.
Doc Willie is
Okay,
one.
give me two more.
Basta, yung tumor kasi nando sa kabilang dako, I don't want to create animosities within their group. But I do believe in that guy. Saka yung babae na yun.
Saan ulit?
Sa dilaw.
Sa pink, kakampink.
Kakampink.
Oo.
Oh. Yellow pink na lang siguro.
May isang lalaki at may isang babae doon?
Yes.
I see.
Magaling sa finances. At magaling sa batas.
Pero hindi tumatakbo. Behind the scenes, obviously.
In their campaign team. Nasa
nasa
campaign team
campaign
nila.
team.
Kaya I don't want to, kasi nakakaya naman. But given a chance, I'll ask him.
But who would be your finance secretary?
Oh, marami naman dyan. Marami. That's the least of my problem. Appointing good people with merit, based on their skills, and experience in the past.
For example, Lito Banaya, where would you put him?
Oh, he'll be in Malacanang, definitely.
As well.
Closer to me. I need wise
Executive
people.
secretary, ganon?
It can be,
I see.
but it's closer to me. It's going to be closer to me.
Here's-
Because, Ambassador Lito Banayo was part of the revolution. In fact, go-to person siya ni Ninoy at saka ni Laurel at that time. And marami na siyang nadaan ng presidente at iba'y nakasama niya. And he have experienced winning and losing. So you need this kind of people that are battle-tested because in times of war and battle, that separates the men from the boys. So you need good men to help you confront a problem. And there's so many problems.
But how do you decide whom to trust? Ikaw ba yung taong madaling mapaniwala sa tao?
No, result
O magaling ka
oriented
ba
ako.
sa, may gut ka ba na hindi ko to pinaniniwalaan, medyo
And
iba
then
dito?
result-oriented ako. What matters most to me is result. There is A, there is B. A is the goal, B is the result.
Well, what if it's a person that could deliver results pero may issues on corruption?
Ay,
Would you still consider that person?
No. Of course not. As much as possible. As much as possible. We would like to dream of living in Wonderland. We wanted to create a perfect world. But we know for a fact, I, for one, believes that there is no perfect world. That's why, yung naalala mo nung, sabi ko sa iyo, sabi na ng teacher, sabi, you cannot solve corruption. And the only way for corruption to die is to limit human discretion in government transaction.
But which agency ang ikaw tututukan mo talaga?
Ang income generating agency, tapos yung social services. So dalawa lang yun. Yung buhay, kung saan pumapasok yung dugo at buhay ng gobyerno, at kung saan naman dinideliver yung services.
So that's
This is
basically the finance
BIR,
department.
finances,
Yeah.
customs,
And it's attached
other
agencies, yeah.
regulatory agencies that generate funds, no?
Customs, it's, you know...
Yeah, kasama yun. Kasama siya
Sinagot,
dun.
yun din ata sagot
Yeah.
mo during the debate. Sinong gusto mong ilagay sa customs?
Ako?
General ba?
Ako tingin ko
Police?
finance guy.
Is there a finance guy you're trusting right now?
Yes, there is. He is in the private sector.
Meron na.
Oh, yeah. Nasa conglomerate sila. Yeah.
What's your first executive order?
Ha? Paano ba? Wala. Buuin ko kagad yung gobyerno. I think you'll see a president for the first day working 24/7.
Marami ho kayong pinagmamalaki sa Maynila. Pumili lang po kayo ng isa that you're most proud of here na nagawa niyo bilang mayor.
Yung bahay. Bahay. Housing. Kasi ang nanay ko nung araw, sabi niya, aso nga naghahanap ng masisilungan kapag umuulan. Tao pa kaya? Yung wala kang makain is a daily thing. Pero yung tumira ka sa kalsada, kung anong hapdi ng sikmuran ng walang laman ang tiyan mo, mas mahapdi siguro, yung wala ng laman ng tiyan mo, nasa kalsada ka pa, na parang basang sisiw. And that's why I always wanted to give back dignity to any family for that matter. Mahirap maging mahirap. That is a fact of life. Sometimes people hindi nila maintindihan yung kung saan ako umuhugot. But I think giving you a house, a place, a decent one, the very least decent, is giving back dignity to you as a citizen of the country.
Kung matalo ka, anong una mong gagawin? If, for example, the presidency is destiny, sabihin natin, hindi pa siya, it's not for you right now. Could it be for you in 6 years? Does that come into play in your head? Okay, so tinanong kita ng mga plano mo kung manalo ka. Kung matalo ka, anong una mong gagawin?
Well, una malulungkot ako. Definitely. But just to be fair with our viewers, of course I feel sad because you tried your best to prove yourself that you can do the job. And not only tried, shown in a speed of time. Under hard circumstances. I mean, really hard circumstances. Under pandemic, you try to survive people and lives being protected, and you continue to build to address social perennial problem all at the same time, and you surpass those. Siyempre, una, malungkot ka lang. But,
After that, what?
wala na. Life must go on. Ay, ganun talaga. Sanay ako ng wala. I am a believer of principle of temperature. Anything above zero to me is positive. Galing ako sa wala eh. What matter most to me is paano ka? What kind of government that you will have?
Why, are you worried kung
Yes.
hindi ikaw ang manalo? Let's say,
Well, they may have a better intention, but their intention is only good for intention purposes.
so wait a minute. So, malulungkot ka, sabi mo, life goes on.
Yes.
May nabasa ako kasi sinabi mo, magre-retire ka na pag
Of
matalo
course.
ka. Why?
Pahinga na.
Why?
Pahinga na ako.
Bata ka pa?
I've done my share for 24 years as a citizen of this country. Oh, and then let history judge me. Kumbaga, hayaan ko ng panahon na humusga.
But why would you say something so soon na pag matalo ako,
Decisive kasi
magre-retire?
ako eh. All my life. All my life. When I saw that we are poor, I decided to be a scavenger. To make a living. Kasi gusto ko may baon ako sa eskwelahan. Gusto ko may bigas kami.
So why decide on retiring? Why?
Why?
Is it because sasama ang iyong loob na para
Hindi
inoffer
naman.
mo sarili mo?
Hindi naman. I'm going to retire because I think I owe it to my family. My family paid so much that even to the point that there is this, itong 2 years na to ng pandemya, 3 months, I stayed in this building, I stayed in this room, never saw them, not a single night. They paid already.
Wouldn't you rest for the next 2 years and then doon sa third year, maaari bang tumakbo ka ulit?
Hindi na
bilang-
siguro.
Pero may siguro.
Hindi na. Hindi na. Hindi na talaga.
I'll ask that again because for somebody
This is recorded.
who is so decisive na nagdesisyon ka tatakbo kang pangulo because you have something to offer to the people. Let me just go through this that if for example the presidency is destiny, sabihin natin, hindi pa siya it's not for you right now. Could it be for you in 6 years? Does that come into play in your head?
Magpapahinga na ako sa public service. Basurero lang ako, tapos gagawin mo pa akong mayor ng Maynila. Ngayong kandidato pang
Pero
Pangulo.
bakit nung tumakbo kayong senador, natalo kayo,
Yes.
tumakbo ka pa ng mayor?
I didn't do anything. I didn't say anything.
Yeah. No, my question is, kung hindi kayo nawala ng loob nun, sabihin
Yes.
natin, di ba? At tumakbo kayo mayor, nanalo kayo, bakit, why the decision
Hindi naman
na?
ako mawawala ng loob pagka wala na ako sa gobyerno. It's just that I look for another purpose in life. But if you want get things done, that is me. I may not be the perfect fit to the presidency. But when I work, I put my heart on it. And gather all the best people, rally them on a particular goal. And act in synchrony. And do things immediately. That's why, hindi ko yun iniyayabang, ikinukwento ko lang yun as a matter of fact that yun ang attitude ko sa buhay. And kung yun ay masama, wala na akong magagawa. But results matter. I came from nothing. Just imagine this, Pinky. I am nobody, literally. If this is not the kind of attitude that I have right now, malamang wala ako sa, hindi mo ko ini-interview ngayon bilang kandidatong pagkapangulo. Malamang hindi ako mayor. But, those who are watching, right now, real talk tayo, real talk. This is our life. The next 6 years of our lives. I don't know what matters to you, but to me, is your children's future and my children. Walang away, walang gulo. Walang higantihan, walang balikan, walang bawian. Let's just move forward together. Rally on me. And let's fix things. Let's put it in right perspective. And let's change our mindset for a better Philippines. That's the exact thing that really pinanggigigilan ko. We did it in Manila. Kala nila kasi, dahil housing in Manila or hospital or in Manila, that can be done. No, it's more on the administrative ability to change things and to create journey and direction. Yun. Kaya, pag wala yun, malamang nga, ang gusto mo, o gusto ng ilan nating mga kababayan, baka yung maritisan lang. Happy na tayo sa teleserye ng buhay natin at teleserye ng mga politiko. But that's not me. I survived because of this kind of attitude, mindset, focus, result-oriented, decisiveness. Awa naman ng Diyos. Okay naman ako.
Presidential aspirant, Mayor Isko Moreno Domagoso. Sir,
Thank
good
you.
luck and maraming salamat po sa inyo.
Thank you, Pinky. Thank you, CNN. May awa ang Diyos. God first.